Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Man United transfer news. Patrick Dorgu deal delayed as Alejandro Garnacho sets out exit terms. Manchester United are pushing to complete several deals as Ruben Amorim looks to boost his squad, with deadline day for the January transfer window fast approaching. Manchester United's transfer window continues to move at a glacial pace, with Ruben Amorim yet to see a new player brought in. The Red Devils are struggling under the weight of profit and sustainability rules. United ideally need to sell before they buy, but finding suitors for their unwanted players is proving more difficult than expected. Alejandro Garnacho appears to be the most likely to move on, with Chelsea and Napoli maintaining interest in the Argentine. In terms of incomings, Patrick Dorgu's arrival looks almost certain, but the completion of the deal has been delayed, with United now facing a race to meet next week's deadline. Here, Mirror Football rounds up all the latest Manchester United transfer news. Dorgu deal delayed. Manchester United's move for Patrick Dorgu has been delayed, with the deal now not expected until the weekend. Dorgu has quickly become United's top target in their search for a left-back. He has impressed for Serie A side Lecce, and also earned a number of caps for the Danish national team. United have come to an agreement with Lecce for his signature, with the final stages now all that's remaining. One of those stages is a medical, but that has now been rescheduled until the weekend at the earliest. The transfer remains on track, but due to documents and contracts, Dorgu will now not fly to England until the weekend. Tel drops hint. Mathys Tel appears to have bid farewell to Bayern Munich, with United the frontrunners to sign him. The 19-year-old has found minutes hard to come by at the Bundesliga outfit and is now considering his options. He did start Bayern's win over Slovan Bratislava on Wednesday night before being subbed just after the hour mark. Following the game, he took a solo moment to wave to the fans and was pictured applauding them. He then took off his coat and handed it to a fan, as well as shaking hands and taking selfies. Tel has only started 2 games in the Bundesliga this term, coming on 6 times, and failing to score. Garnacho sets out exit terms. Alejandro Garnacho is moving closer to making an exit from Old Trafford this month. The winger has been heavily linked with a move to Napoli, while Chelsea are also understood to be interested in him. According to Corriere dello Sport, the Serie A side are set to make a decisive move for the 20-year-old. United have slashed their demands over a fee, prompting Napoli's interest to spark, though they are facing trouble over Garnacho's salary demands. Man United live to regret Sir Jim Ratcliffe's £55 million transfer blunder, as Star piles on misery comment. Manchester United missed out on a major £55 million deal that would have solved many of Ruben Amorim's problems. Manchester United have lived to regret failing to persuade Michael Olise to join from Crystal Palace last summer. Had Sir Jim Ratcliffe completed a £55 million deal for the Frenchman, he would be thriving in Ruben Amorim's 3-4-2-1 system, and United's struggles in front of goal would have been eased. United were strongly linked with Olise during the second half of last season. The 23-year-old was excellent at Palace under Oliver Glasner, who uses a similar tactical setup to Amorim. Olise struck 10 goals in only 19 appearances in a campaign hindered by a recurring hamstring injury. The cream of Europe targeted a summer transfer, with United, Manchester City and Chelsea all among the clubs interested in a deal. However, it was Bayern Munich who triggered Olise's £55 million release clause and persuaded him to part with Premier League football. United, City and Chelsea did not do enough to tempt him into a move. That is despite the Metro reporting that Olise was Ineos's top target heading towards the summer transfer window. United, in particular, will regret not signing the former Reading star. He has excelled in the Bundesliga and has quickly become a key player for Vincent Kompany. A record of 10 goals and 11 assists this season is better in both categories than any United player across all competitions. Under Amorim, Olise would have played in the left-sided number 10 position. United have very few players capable of playing in the dual-attacking midfield positions behind the centre-forward. Olise operates in the right-hand channel and is one of Europe's best chance creators, dribblers and pressers. According to football data website FBref, Olise averages 0. 52 expected assists per 90 minutes and sits in the top percentile of players in Europe's top 5 leagues for that metric. He manages nearly 4 passes into the opposition's penalty area per 90, perhaps suggesting that he might have formed a better relationship with Rasmus Højlund than any United player this season. Allis completes 6.43 shot-creating actions, the 2 actions directly leading to a shot taking place, per 90, another metric in which he compares excellently with other players in Europe. An excellent ball carrier, Allis would have dragged United further up the pitch. The 4-time France international carries the ball into the final third 2.86 times per 90, and 1.76 carries into the penalty area. A criticism of Amorim's side has been that they are often too deep, a problem that having Allis would have helped to solve. The Portuguese coach has so far found creating a free-flowing attacking team difficult. That task would have been much easier had Ratcliffe persuaded Allis to join last summer. Alejandro Garnacho Man United transfer exit claim as £50 million deal moves closer. Latest Manchester United transfer news and gossip with updates on Bayern Munich striker Mathys Tel and the future of United forward Alejandro Garnacho. Manchester United could be set for a busy end to the January transfer window based on some of the latest reports. United have until 11 p.m. on Monday to complete their transfer business, but are yet to make their first signing of the window. Lecce defender Patrick Dorgu is still a player of interest to United, with some reports suggesting a deal is close to being agreed. Ruben Amorim has been busy assessing his squad ever since he took charge as United's new head coach back in November. There is now just a few days remaining before the January transfer window closes, which will be United's final chance to strengthen their squad before the end of the season. Here, Men's Sport takes a look at some of the latest United transfer news and gossip that has emerged over the last 24 hours. United may be set to lose the race to sign Bayern Munich striker Mathys Tel. The Reds have been credited with an interest in signing the 19-year-old, who looks increasingly likely to leave the Bundesliga giants. However, it seems that United may miss out on signing Tel based on the latest update. According to Sky Germany reporter Kerry Howe, Tottenham have already reached a verbal agreement to sign Tel on a permanent deal. It has been claimed that Tel could move to Spurs for a fee worth €60 million, £50 million. The report states, though, that no decision has been made where Tel will be playing his football for the remainder of the season, with the striker weighing up his options. Elsewhere, Alejandro Garnacho continues to be linked with a move away from United. Napoli expressed an interest in signing the Argentina international earlier this month, and speculation continues to swirl around his future. According to L'Equipe, Chelsea are getting ready to step up their interest in signing Garnacho before the transfer window closes. The report claims that United are demanding an £80 million fee for Garnacho, which the London club could be prepared to pay but on one condition. It has been reported that Chelsea will only have the funds to sign Garnacho if they complete the permanent exit of Christopher Nkunku. Napoli close to full agreement on £25 million transfer after Man United talks fail amid £70 million demand. Manchester United are running out of time to finalize any incomings and outgoings with deadline day approaching. Manchester United have just a few more days to finalize any more transfer business in and out of Old Trafford as Monday's 1 p.m. deadline edges closer. As reported by Manchester World at the start of the month, the Red Devils were to be restricted to loans and free agents during the winter window unless funds were generated from player sales. Antony has headed on loan to Real Betis while Casemiro has been linked with a move away as United are keen to get his salary off their wage bill. Two of the players talked about most when it comes to a possible departure is Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho. Rashford announced his desire to seek a new challenge in December after being dropped for the Manchester Derby. Meanwhile, United are not openly looking to sell Garnacho, but with concerns over profit and sustainability would not rule out an exit for the right price. That price is said to stand at £70 million. Napoli agreed transfer after moving on from Garnacho. Serie A side Napoli have been one of the leading contenders to sign Garnacho and reportedly offered £38 million to sign the winger, but that is just over half of what United are reported to want. Premier League rivals Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur have also been linked, but neither club has come to the table with an offer. United are said to be unwilling to entertain late bids and will only consider doing business if a club comes to the table before Friday night. Camuzzo on loan from Fiorentina. The potential move is worth a combined £25 million after a loan fee, obligation to buy and add-ons are including. Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano reported on X. Napoli are close to reaching full agreement for Pietro Camuzzo. €5 million loan fee, €20 million mandatory by clause, €5 million add-ons as new bid to Fiorentina. After Adeyemi deal off, Napoli also informed Garnacho's camp that if Man Utd reduce requests, they'd be open to try again. Garnacho looked to be out of favor when Ruben Amorim first came to Old Trafford, but he has been given his chance in recent weeks and has done enough to impress his manager as he keeps getting selected. "I'm happy to have Garnacho here," he told TNT Sports ahead of United's Europa League outing on Thursday. "He's improving a lot. He's a young, talented guy. You want to work with these guys with talent. That's what drives the coaches to improve the team, to have these kinds of players that you know they are going to improve a lot. In football, especially when we are in these situations, sometimes it's hard, but I don't want to focus on that. I'm really happy to have Garnacho,"